Hello, Solo Board Game Guide here, and in this video I'm going to go through some updates that I'm making to the Decline Solitaire RPG. This is first video in a while, as I do have a 10-week-old baby, and obviously that takes up a bit of time, but I am working on it as best I can in what little free time that I've got. And people who follow the newsletter, link in the description below, if you like the sound of what I've described, do sign up, because they get the first news on all the developments. The thing that I've been working on recently is sort of the crafting and gathering system. So there's areas of herbalism, mining and loot dropped by creatures. Where are you going to put this? Well, in a bag imaginatively titled Small Bag, which can hold 6 items, and Large Bag, which can hold 12 items. So Decline is, I like to think, a little bit unique in the sense that instead of killing creatures and earning XP, which is something I've moved away now from, an earlier iteration of the game, basically you slayed a creature, you got 5 XP, it's a very traditional leveling system. I've gone to a situation where you have fairly common items and you craft them into wondrous inventory items, armor, magic items, weapons, and so forth. Mainly to reflect the world that Decline is set in, a sort of charity shop allegory for the world we're currently in, where the standard path of progression and opportunity is reduced, and you've pretty much got to rely on your own wits within the world of Decline and cobble things together from stuff you find. So make of that what you will. So stuff you find, you need to put in a bag. So we've got large bag and small bag. This doesn't look like much, particularly when in a previous update I've already shown you the basic format of the creature cards that you'll be up against. But what is a bit of a black hole is looking for artwork. I am no artist by any stretch. So I am purchasing royalty-free artworks, which vary massively in both price and quality. So I particularly like these. They fit nicely into the theme of the game. They were reasonably priced, and the licenses are such that I will be able to resell this without prohibitive licensing terms. So small bag, large bag, and if you're not already aware, well, basically you'll sleeve these cards and just use a dry white marker to write on what you've got, so it's a constantly changing environment. So this brings me on to further developments, which are in Finder, and followers of the newsletter again, just to spam this request, sign up to the newsletter below if you like the sound of this. Will know that I've been working on different terrain tiles, so that this will fit together in a 9x9 grid. It gives some ungodly number of possibilities of options. We've got the river tiles and bridges, which were done in the last update. What I've been working on now is just sorting out the roads. So we've got a few options there. We've got a bit of a sort of stone staircase type thing to give some different heights of terrain. Interesting play option, these. And this is a first look for those that are interested of new things. So we've got treehouse, a couple of huts for classic goblin type orc encounters. This I'm particularly proud of, even though it doesn't look like much. It's a cliff top, and that has been created from a photograph of a rock I took on the floor, edited together with a bit of shadowing in this area, some textures and so forth, and that's created entirely from my own work, which to an actual digital artist is not impressive. To a heathen like myself who's starting from scratch, teaching themselves, I'm happy with that. Here we are. I've used some other art assets. These are from the magical Steve Gaudreau, some of his royalty-free art items, and these are a couple of guardians. Basically, I needed a road which crossed the card in a horizontal fashion, I thought these two Guardians were just fantastic and give a couple of good quest options. So I have only 3 items, 3 cards left before I can print a digital copy of these, which I'm super excited about. These guys, by the way, are awesome. My friend recommended these to them, the Beths. I won't play them because I'll get a copyright strike, but give them a listen. They're great. So we've got bags. We have a developing library of items that you can find in the world of Decline, and also the map tiles are getting there. So like I said, next update, fingers crossed, should be a physical prototype that I can do some testing on, and the newsletter is growing massively. We've got scores of people on there now, so do sign up, and a good number of those lovely people that signed up to the newsletter have offered to play test, which is brilliant. I will give you print and play versions of all the resources to have a go with. And thank you for your enthusiasm and encouragement. It's a massive boost and it keeps me going. I would definitely, the people on the newsletter that know me personally will know that I'm like a butterfly with ADHD. I lose interest in these creative projects pretty quickly, and you guys are keeping me going. Though that said, I do have a bit of a side project going on, which I've just ordered a load of 0.8mm galvanized laser profiled steel for, which I'll do in a future update. It involves magnets. It's really cool, and it's for board games, and it'll get used in this game. Stay tuned for that. What do you mean that I'm easily distracted? See you in the next video.